chapter carries weightage of approximately 10 marks, where CNG car and electric vehicle information is available. Let's have a discussion about this particular question number 10. So in question number 10 of your RTP, the information which is covered is related with CNG car and electric vehicle, that is your EV car. Navya LMV Private Limited operates cab, that is car rental services in Delhi NCR. It provides its services to the offices of Noida, Gurgaon and Faridabad. At present, it operates CNG fueled cars, but it is also considering to upgrade this into electric vehicle, which is new generation car. After that, the details related with the owning of CNG and EV propelled cars are as tabulated below. Now details related to CNG car and EV cars are available with us. Very first, car purchase price is given. This is nothing but cost of car purchase. While purchasing the car, sometime government gives you subsidy. So because of subsidy given by the government, your car price gets reduced. So this subsidy is only available on electric vehicles. Life of car is given. If you observe this data, by using this, you can easily calculate depreciation related to each of the car. Then residual value is given. Residual value is the scrap value, which is to be computed from the cost while calculating depreciation. Each car's mileage is also available. It's 20 km per kilogram of your CNG and it's 240 km per charge. Electricity consumption per full charge is given 30 kWh. CNG cost is given, power cost is given, annual maintenance cost, annual insurance cost is also available, tire replacement cost in every 5 years is also given, and battery replacement cost is also there. Apart from the above, the following are the additional information where average distance covered by a car in a month is given. Few informations are given on annual basis, but if you check this information, it is given on monthly basis. Driver salary is also given on monthly basis. Garage rent per car is also available on monthly basis, and share office and administration cost per car is also available 1500. These are the administration overheads allocated to the car. We are required to calculate the operating cost of vehicle per month per car for both CNG and EV options. For both the options, they have asked us to calculate cost per vehicle per month. Right. So on the basis of the given information, if you check the given answer, they have prepared few working notes, where very first working note is prepared for your depreciation calculation. For the purpose of calculating depreciation, very first they have recorded cost of the asset. From that cost, they have deducted first government subsidy, and then they have deducted scrap value, that is your residual value. This will give you net cost. And once this net cost is available, you have to divide this by using life of the car. So depreciable value is divided by life of the car, and once this calculation is done, you are going to get the annual depreciation. When you divide this depreciation value, which is computed on annual basis, by 12, you are going to get the depreciation per month, as monthly cost is asked. So first depreciation is computed, and in the statement of overall cost, they have first recorded the depreciation value under your fixed expenses. You can check them. Depreciation according to working note number 1 is amounted to rupees 4583.33 and 10,000 rupees. Done. After that, if you check the working note number 2, which is given by them, is related to the fuel and electricity consumption. Your CNG is going to consume fuel of CNG, and EV car is going to consume the electricity. Average distance covered in a month is already given in the question. Question says on an average your car covers 1500 kilometers distance in a month. So 1500 is recorded in both the column. What is the mileage given? Mileage information is also available with us. Per kilogram of CNG gives you 20 kilometer mileage, and per charge give you 240 kilometers mileage. So mileages are recorded. Now distance and mileages are recorded when you divide this both the datas, like 1500 divided by 20 and 1500 divided by 240, you are going to get the quantity required of the fuel. So fuel quantity required according to the given mileage is 75 kg as far as CNG is concerned, and 6.25 rupees per charge of your fuel, that is electricity which you are going to consume is given in the question, you can check that CNG cost is given according to per kg. So nothing is hidden in that. But if you check the power or electricity cost which you are going to incur, that is given 7.60 and this is given for 30. See, electricity consumption per full charge is 30 kilowatt. So your electricity you are consuming for one charge is 30 kWh. Then for the purpose of given data, we have computed the electricity consumption, that is your 30 multiplied by 6.25 will give you 187.5. Hope you got this. 30 kWh per charge. So number of charges required is 6.25. This will give you total electricity consumption of 187. Done. Now cost is given. So when you multiply this 60 with the required kilograms of your CNG, you are going to get 4,500 as cost of CNG per month. And cost is given 7.60 per kWh. Then for 187.5 kWh, according to 7.6, you will be incurring this much cost, and this cost you will be incurring for running of your car. And that's why if you check this statement covers this fuel cost in the running heading. That is running cost, which is related to fuel power, is recorded. After that, if you check the third working note, they have given amortization cost of the tire replacement. The life of vehicle is already mentioned in the question. The life of vehicle, if you check in the question, CNG car's life is given as 15 years and EV car's life is given as 10 years. So we have considered first life of the vehicle 15 years and 10 years. Now, how many times replacement of tire is required? So required duration is given. Replacement duration is given. Tire replacement cost you are going to incur after every 5 years, means whenever you are purchasing the car, once 5 years are completed, you will be incurring the cost. Then after completing the 10th year, you will be incurring the cost, and after completing 15th year, the next period you are going to incur the cost, right? So during the 15 years time, you will be replacing your tire for 2 times. Generally, mistake happens here. Generally, student think 5 years is the interval. So 3 times we are going to change the tire. Why to change tire in last year when your life is getting over? Correct? No. If estimated life of your car is 15 years, third time you need not to replace the tire because your car is going to get scrap value at that particular time, and that is why only 2 times replacement is required. And according to the same logic, electric vehicle car tire replacement is required only once in a lifetime, because at the 10th year end your car is going to get scrap value. That's why this one time is required. So first we computed number of time replacement is required. We are multiplying the same with the replacement cost which is given in the question. So total cost is computed, but this is total cost per annum again. No? If you are amortizing them, you should divide them by 12. Correct? No? First you should divide them by life. This is the entire life's cost. If you divide them by using their life, then lifetime charge we are converted on the yearly charge, and yearly charge when you are dividing by 12, you are going to get this respective value. So what we are doing, first we completed with the calculation of number of replacement required. According to them, we computed overall life's cost. Right, 32,000 and 16,000 is the cost which we are going to incur for entire 15 years and 10 years of the asset's life. We divided them by the respective life. We calculated the amortized cost per year, and when you divide that by using number of months, you will be getting the monthly cost. And amortization expense is also recorded in your solution. You can see amortization expenses is recorded under maintenance cost. So annual amortization expense we have converted into monthly expenditure. Done. Then if you check the next working note, in working note number 4, same working is done for the battery replacement, and they have computed the battery replacement cost by using the same concept, same parameter. Battery replacement cost is also recorded in your maintenance cost because it is also required for maintaining the vehicle's battery. If you check the next working note which is prepared after this, working note number 3 is done, working note number 4 we discuss. After that, operating cost we have recorded. See here, Now, if you check the main solution, running cost includes only fuel cost, maintenance cost includes very first annual maintenance and annual insurance cost, which is directly given in the question. You can see annual maintenance, annual insurance. You should divide these cost elements by 12. Ultimately, you are going to get the per month cost. They are recorded here. This will give you total of maintenance cost, and under fixed cost, depreciation we have already shown, driver wages, garage rent and share of office and administration cost we are going to record as it is, because it is given on monthly basis only. See, same amounts are substituted here, and after recording them, operating cost per month is calculated. What exactly question is asking us to calculate? Question, you can see last line, question is asking us to calculate operating cost per vehicle per month. That is per month per car we need to show. So that is what we have shown here. Per month cost is computed, and this cost we have computed on the basis of one car each. Every one car will cost you total 36,627 and 43,708 approximate amount. So this one is the operating cost which we have calculated, and this is the end of your service costing question. Now, like service costing, there is one more important, very important chapter is covered in your syllabus, which is called as standard costing. Hope you remember. There are multiple variances covered in the standard costing chapter, which covers material variances, labor variances, variable overhead variances, fixed overhead variances, sales variances, everything is covered. But in RTP,